forget about the rest and start doing it, and then don't let himself get distracted.
That's why I'm always, that's what I always, anybody don't have no.
That's what I say.
No.
You know,
Yeah,
I was gonna see if you ever wanted to sell yours.
Yard sale.
Yeah, I see. I should have told mine.
3 or something.
There ain't some water for you.
That's all I get.
You told you had
One
to
little
take it
spot, I
out.
do get in the pinch one spot, then I'm happy, but otherwise.
Yeah, we had. Very solid. All a bunch of coaches and stuff.
We had Mr. Chadder. I think what he did to Bruce Rollins one day.
He surprised you.
Nice to meet
He
you.
took Bruce Rollins, Des Shaw.
If Shat was a ex-old boxer, he was a boxer.
Shoulder blood.
Yeah.
He put a lot of people in garbage can.
Yeah, he told
him
him.
up, load him
He
up.
picked Bruce's desk and all up to where one day just took over the door to judge him out and told him out. First took him over the window and told him what he did for him.
You're gonna hang him out. Most companies gonna hang you out by the window by your heel.
Oh, he was gonna throw him out.
Wasn't he gonna throw him out? Yeah.
He wasn't on first floor either, was he?
No, it was on third floor. It'd take all day to explain the problem to you. You asked him.
Hey, Bubba.
So we was talking about that a while ago. Everybody thought it might be him. She said, what the?
There was a guy that mowed, he mowed on Monday and the signs were there.
I don't know.
Cause I see them every morning when I turn in, so I don't know what happened to him.
It's all nice neat pole.
You're not early.
Jerry's not gonna be here tonight.
You turn the air compressor
Is Jimmy gonna be here?
I don't think so.
No?
He's
Neither
out
is Jerry.
now.
Jerry had a death in the family, he was on his way to Shelton.
I said last week I was sick.
Huh?
And say last week I was sick.
It was another sister of the one that just passed away.
Johnny, how are you?
I got those clothes on.
You gonna sit over here by me?
Yeah, sure. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, how are you?
You just spent the weekend in Pigeon Forge.
And you've got to decompress still.
Yeah, well, my wife has a friend, known forever, has a cabin up there that she rents out, you know. And she always kept inviting us, and we never got a chance to go up there. Because we lived in Wisconsin at the time, and it was 700 miles away. Here it's only 2 hours. It's not that bad.
Yeah, if you don't get stuck in traffic, it's not bad.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nail spell, we'll see.
Oh, I misspelled it in. That doesn't surprise me.
He don't care.
We start spelling with that.
I think I put an extra I in one of your last names one time.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm glad you went in there.
Oh, you know what time you want?
Should have checked in.
think I spoke to him with
It's the flail.
Yeah.
That's cheap. It's the same ring. Black, you got the orange, AGT or something.
And he is taking 3 more treatments. We'll go to bed.
I've been planning out on
Say that again.
It was like
I know we had 2 reports on the I've got that.
and that's the sign that makes you
Your name shows
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid you make me I gave her the right offer, since y'all were right next to each other, she's just 3 houses down on the left.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So, just take it over, because she's supposed to take it to the church. I fixed some flowers.
There might be a water leak
They're
too.
literally on my knees, so, you know.
Yeah.
So, did you take it over to her house? She said, what? I mean,
Yeah, no problem.
His line might be busted going to his house.
I told her, I said, before it starts snowing in the morning, and I almost said, it's got water in the state. So, I told her, I said, they've got a security system. Pretty, you know, pretty secure as far as this day and age. So I'm not trying to do it. He's fishing us well right off the front.
Oh, yeah.
He used to talk, and that was the last thing I thought about it was after this. I told him he's works band, and he don't want to talk to me. And then the next few days after he's there, he's at work and his wife had bought him a car, and he said, no, I don't work. And she said, somebody's been in a car, rifled through the pocket window, and she said everything that's in that pocket is now in the driver's seat.
My dogs will let me know if anybody comes close. Oh, yeah.
And you know what it did that makes?
There's a lot of noise, too.
For us, not like that,
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Play on Sunday.
I don't know.
You know what? I watched live yesterday.
I don't care what comes back.
I do this all the time.
And this one was made, and everybody on my road recognized me. I know yours calling me. This is the guy that You gotta make a call. Sunday, she told me that, and I said, you already called me, then
Oh, yeah.
That's stands for stop that way. He has and he's just says we've got stuff we all want to sit on.
I started watching Colorado.
I've only seen him once a year, so to unless and then I'm not recognized when I'll be getting here the rest of my life.
Yeah, but that's.
I'd like to get down there, but I'd like to work at the hospital all the time. And I'm good with working out the shop, man.
We'll go ahead and open up the meeting for August 26, 2004. This time we always take the prayer request. Have we got any prayer requests? Remember the Kathy Cagle family. Kathy passed away. One day has passed away. I think it might have been today's Monday, so it might have been Friday or Saturday. That's Neil Bennett's mother-in-law, Judy, and Bill Mason, and Denise. That's Denise and Judy's mother. So remember that family. Her funeral tomorrow from 2 to 4. Barrel bid 4. Anybody else got any prayer requests? I knew for a long time Larry Ferguson. He passed away last week. He was in the construction business. He was in a home for several years with dementia. He passed away. Another boy worked with just in his early 50s. Passed away. Found out he had cancer. Mutual Goins. Found out he had cancer. And about 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, he was gone. That fast.
Gary Church, they put him in nursing home, he's real bad. They got hostage with him.
Mayor, we need to remember that family down in Alabama. That little 16-year-old quarterback took a hit, suffered a brain injury, and passed away.
Terrible.
Is that?
Yes, ma'am. There's an opening game of the season.
Selma, Alabama.
Yeah, it was Selma.
Anybody else got any prayer requests? You can. Remember men and women who serve this country, past, present, and future. You're tonight serve this country, sure appreciate you. I know Chuck did. I don't know anybody else offhand. Remember everybody. Remember the homeless. Some choose that life, some do not, regardless they're homeless. Remember all the first responders, firemen, policemen, remember all those folks. Churches in the community, and everywhere. Anybody else have anything on that line, prayer list, put anybody on or anything?
Mark, this is the 3rd anniversary of the Afghanistan, the 13 soldiers that lost their lives. I know the nation is taking time to remember, and we should also. Those Gold Star families.
Remember all those families there. The ones every day lose their life over fighting for our freedom.
Yes.
Anybody else? All right, if we don't have Quentin have a prayer, if you got a hat, I ask you to take it off, please.
Father, we come to you tonight, we thank you for what's in the day, we thank you for your blessing. Pray that you be with us in the meeting tonight, Lord, we can carry things out in order that they pleasing to you. Bless the ones that's already been mentioned on the prayer request list. Pray, Lord, you just bless each and everything we try to do, and we give you the praise. Amen.
Amen. Glad to see everybody here tonight. Appreciate you coming out. Do not have a full board present, but we are going to have a meeting, not vote on anything. We nothing will happen. We had 2 vote on Larry's out of town, gone to a funeral. Jimmy, I don't know where he's at, he's not here now.
Saying out of town's always told me.
Oh, did it there, so. All right, then, John, what do you got? Excuse me, sorry, before we do that, we have to get approval of the previous minutes. Y'all read over any deletions or additions to the minutes. Do I hear a motion, we accept the previous minutes?
I'll make a motion.
There's a second. All in favor saying aye? Aye. Motion carries, accept the previous minutes. Now, John.
That's pretty quiet. Got one last night that stole the light off a Helltown fire truck. They got him, plus he's also one in Wilson County. Got their light back for them. That's been pretty quiet.
Corey, fire department.
We had 2 calls since the last meeting. One of them was a tree down, and the other one was a lift assist, and there's evidently some misunderstanding or some rumors going around that it was more than that we were paged out for a landing zone to take somebody, fly somebody off. It was not for a landing zone. And another department called dispatch, which we're not supposed to do, saying that they would respond. I'd also like to say that we've got some great volunteers, and they're volunteers, and we have people that are spreading rumors and lying and talking about the fire department, and it's aggravating that goes on, and it's a good way to run off people that are willing to provide their time to the community. And I'm not promoting that, but I can't say that I blame them if they ran off. But it gets old when it's constantly getting beat down for one thing or another that's not true. And rumors and lies about our city. It's not just the fire department, it's the entire city. That's all I've got.
I agree, thank you. Jared's not here, met with Corey Pickett. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I guess, wasn't it, John? I met with him on the road that'll be paved. And ones that'll be, they've got some holes in it. Campbell Lane's one of them out through here. Far end of the Griffith, the end of the Griffith there, Bennett Lane. There's some more coming out there.
I thought Shore Holler.
Short Holler, this the first part of Short Holler, down to LeBron's there, about where that's at. It'll be paved. And if there's any other roads that's developed holes in it, since that bad weather we had last winter, if you'll let us know, we'll get them to fix those too. All right. Any old business? Any old business?
I have some old business and possibly new business.
Okay, when I get to citizens, if you don't care, if you just let me get through this, let's do that. Any new business for the board?
I did get some bids for the building, not this building, but the one for the park. She's got 3 bids. We'll just have to look over and see which one we want to go with.
All right. Any other?
And also, she's looking into, I found that where Blue Cross is putting out some, I guess more or less a donation to cities for park equipment, and they fund the whole deal according to what we're reading. We've got to get it in for this year. It's got to be within a month, is that right?
Like in 3 days?
Chances of it getting it this year might be slim, but maybe we could have it lined up for next year to get it, save the city a lot of money that we don't have for that issue. So we're looking into that. And once we get the building, we'll put the park equipment right here in front of that building.
Mark, if I could share some information on that. Cowan, Tennessee, Blue Cross Blue Shield built them a $750,000 park. And their motto, Blue Cross Blue Shield, or the business motto is they'd rather do the parks rather than pay taxes. The only caveat there is you have to sign the property over to them only during construction for insurance reasons.
I'm sure they got some covenants in there somewhere.
Yeah, but they're doing it all over Tennessee. We just gotta get our name on the
They
list.
just did one in Pikeville last week. You do have to sign the property over until construction is
It's
done,
complete.
and then that goes away. Like Jeff said, it's for insurance purposes.
Any more new business? Yeah, we still got a lot of outstanding delinquent taxes. So
For
coming out
2023.
for 2023. So have to check, make sure, I guess, go down to the office and check and see if he's on the list or not. Still quite a few there, so just letting people know they'll be coming out again in October. if I'm not mistaken.
We're mailing 2024, and then May 2nd of 2024, we're turning over 2023 to the magistrate's office.
Okay, no more new business, we'll go to citizens. Ms. Helen?
Okay, well, I have a question of what Karen just said. On the past audits where it's got a note at the bottom that we would notify citizens of delinquent taxes, we chose to try to collect them ourselves. What did we do exactly?
So you know the rest of the question. What was the rest of the question?
There is a note at the bottom of past audits concerning past taxes, and it goes back quite a few years. And at the bottom it says that the city has elected to collect its own taxes. What did we do exactly?
It didn't say that last year. For those that were delinquent, it was on their tax bill that they owed.
Okay, well, I'm talking about in the past. Did we do anything, do you know?
No, because we just turned them over just recently to the magistrates.
But in the past, we were going to try to collect them, so you don't know what we did.
I only know what we've done since I started.
Okay. And in response to what Corey said, he was absent when I made the statement that volunteer fire records, personnel records, and training are open to public viewing during regular business hours. Do you keep those records, or does Jerry?
I keep them.
Okay, so you have those records.
Yes.
All right. And that finishes that. My next old and new business, is there a reason that we were not informed in our June meeting of the short term of our volunteer police person, so that we didn't look so foolish?
He quit.
Well,
He was not vetted, he was hired, and I heard all kinds of stories about him. He was,
There you go, you heard a story.
well,
He was hired on 90-day probation.
Probation work 2 weeks.
you don't vet any of him, you don't check his background, he might have been a terrorist you hired.
John checked his background.
Answer and let them know.
well, John spoke that night.
Wait a minute, you asked the question, I'm gonna give the answer,
His
please.
background was checked, there was nothing on it
Nothing wrong.
At that time.
at that time.
So the background check was what we did. Did we interview this gentleman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And am I right in what little I heard that the incident happened the second day of employment?
I'm not gonna talk about that on my part. It's been investigated, it's been handed over to somebody else.
So it has been investigated. Well, may I ask why we would look at that if we hired him and he, the second day of employment, did what he did? Why did we not do something? Why do we have a start and a resignation date about 30 days later? Why would we do that?
Well, things have to come to light first.
So,
Because you heard in the room right here in the thing, I mean, John has to do diligence he has to do.
Innocent without proving guilty.
I mean, you won't jump the gun there.
no, I'm not wanting to jump the gun, but such an abuse of hour or a poor judgment, the second day of employment. I mean,
I don't know what day that was, but anyway, it was turned over to John, and John went to the DA's office as far as I'm gonna elaborate on that, because they got it. They have to tell you what you can and can't do. And he made a choice to quit.
Well, it keeps his benefits if he quits, if he gets fired.
What benefits? What benefits? He has no benefits here. What benefits?
Through the police academy or whatever.
He has none.
well, at the very least, he should have had some type of an entry on his record.
Well, like I say, he quit. He wasn't fired, he quit.
Almost 30 days later, right?
After the.
What dates did you give that were posted on
What
Facebook?
did I give you, Rhonda? I sent you an email on the state.
I posted it, I don't have it with me.
And I
You
don't
should
have
be able to pull it up on your Facebook,
Okay,
right?
here's what
No,
we're
I
not
don't
gonna
have
allow.
Facebook on my phone.
The gentleman quit. It's been turned over to the DA's office.
I
John?
guess it's still, if it happened the second day we had a meeting, that Monday night, you could have had a prepared statement
I wasn't here.
to give to us in
I can tell you this for a fact. None of us noticed the second day. Nobody here. I was here and I didn't know it.
What update am I gonna give you when the boy quit?
It was like a month later.
But what update am I gonna give you when he quit? He quit. Now, John, correct me if I'm wrong, please. Did he quit or quit?
Okay, like 30 days later, but you immediately turned it over to the DA, right? So the fault lies with the DA. And we have a 30-day period that he was employed by us and no record or nothing noted in his personnel file as to what he did.
Well, you're saying for that he worked every
Yeah,
other weekend.
he just worked every other
He didn't work
weekend.
every weekend, he worked every other weekend.
Yeah, he didn't work 30 days. He just worked every other weekend.
2 weeks.
Talking a couple days.
You just talking for about 4 days.
Yeah.
Well, 4 days, but that's a gross abuse of an authority figure right up front. And so it just looks like he worked for us. He didn't like the job and he quit. He resigned.
More to it than that, wasn't there?
I
Y'all
don't
go to
know.
DA and they'll tell you then, if you don't know, because I can't.
I guess then I see what I can do with that.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
I just wish that, someone made a statement.
Anybody else?
I'd like to give a shout out to the people that cleaned up the spray paint vandalism on the sign. They did a good job.
Yeah, they even, I rode around the day at the South Fishburne boat dock over here and they even sprayed over at South
It's
Fishburne
like
boat
right
dock.
when you get on the bridge.
It started on the 4 lane, I think,
Yeah.
come this way.
Yeah, they sprayed over all in South Fishburne too.
Yeah, they got my street sign, yeah.
Well, I was headed to South Pittsburgh last night and passed a man on the bridge with a red printed shirt that had a spray can in each hand.
Did you call anybody?
I called the non-emergency police department, told them where he was,
They dispatched you out on that?
and to please, if there was anybody close in the area, to please come because he was almost across the bridge.
On South Fishburne side? On that side?
He was headed toward
On this side?
us. Couldn't believe it, one in each hand,
In broad day.
in broad daylight.
Anybody else have anything?
Mark, I got a
Yes, sir.
concern.
Yes, sir.
That's not an emergency, nothing. I live up there on Campbell Road, have been for a number of years. I couldn't place the date, but anyhow, when we moved in there was 4 of us on Campbell Road. Ronnie Blevins had the house down there, we was there, Howard Hughes had the house there, and Charles Campbell's at the end of it up there. So we were, there was no water up there or anything. I forgot whether that was before. I think we put some more water lines in here after we did that. But anyhow, it was, me and Ronnie paid for him to put the water line in there. Because he wanted it, I needed some in there, so we did. And nobody else was interested in it. So we put in a 2-inch line. Now, that's beginning to show up. I found out here a little while ago that I think about 12 people are attached to it. Some down toward 156, and there's 2 or 3 more up there where Campbell's are at, and then had another house built up there. Scott Parker built one, and it's beginning to, you just put so much on the line, you ain't better rank.
Would y'all put that in prior, was the water just on the main line at that time, or
Yeah.
or was that when they?
Yeah, it was on the main line. And I think we'd already put some in here, and then we did some later. But, well, I guess we already had that one in, and so they didn't put another in on it.
We did the same thing with Bobby Thomas.
Yeah. Same deal.
So you're losing pressure, is what's happening.
Yeah.
It's beginning to show up, and, it's just one of them things you keep, what you do, according to National Building Code, how many bathrooms you got on it.
Right.
That's what it is. It's not how many houses you got, how many bathrooms. And now we've got some more high-tech commodes that really go through the water when they're flushed, and it's getting to the point where if everybody flushes their commode at the same time, it may not get to the end of it.
Y'all, you and Ronnie alone paid for that line?
Yeah.
What you're saying?
I didn't hook onto it when they
I
paid.
can't believe they could hook on to it.
I don't know.
We did the same thing with Bobby Thomas.
Oh, did it?
We did.
I don't know how that, they hooked
And
on to you?
No, Bobby was wanting the water in, but he wanted some people to, and so we were there and we went into the same deal with him, but I don't know what. I know our water pressure's not good, and that's probably why.
Probably is. I mean, I didn't know it was getting the number on there. I think it's up there where Charles Campbell was. Well, it's his place. There's another trailer down in front of it, been there for a number of years. There's another, at least one more, might be 2 out there past that. And then there's another person on down Campbell Road come down there. Then Howard Hughes, they weren't using water from Ronnie and I mean, they didn't want it, so they wouldn't use it. It just means Ronnie's the only one's on there.
I'll check with Keith on that and see what, I don't know, I don't have an answer for that, I'll be honest with you.
Well,
I'll check with Keith and try to find out.
Well, we had a conversation here sometime back. I didn't try to get back with him and see what.
You talked to Keith about it, before Keith Gardner, before he never had to get back with you?
No, we hadn't got back together.
That's the one I know to talk to, and I'll ask you about it, and I'll tell you if you came to me concerned about it and see what.
But they are regulations. I'm not sure what they are. I hadn't looked them up on the National Building Code and how many go on one and whatever else. I know.
And I don't know what it says either by y'all putting the line in and who can hook and who can't. Yeah, that might be one of them deals, I'm not for sure. I think that long ago, I know the water went in here mid-90s, somewhere along in there, when the water came over here.
Yeah, it is already up the road and everything, but had some more that went in.
I wonder why they didn't come up the road there with water at the time, during that, when they got the grant to put that up there.
I think the grant came in after we had already, I'd have to go back and check the record.
Was they like to, it seemed like there was something like they had a grant to put the main line in,
Yeah.
and then it went off going to all the city roads and stuff at that time.
That was a later time.
That was
That was a later time.
Mine's all got to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll talk to Keith, see what we can find out about that then, Gary.
but I don't know what
And I don't know if there's an answer since you and Ronnie paid to have it in. And people probably just assume, or they might, I don't know. They just hook on the line.
Tap on the 2-inch water line.
No, 2-inch ain't.
No.
Especially if
And pushing that forward, and you push up, they gotta go down to Gary's out.
especially
Good way.
Yeah, that's the reason I didn't, pay that much attention to it over the years, I guess. But I knew some that, again, for a huge house there, they finally hooked onto it, and I knew Charles Campbell did, and he got 2 or 3 hooks up there to it, and this and the other, but I could notice it.
Does your water taste bad? You think that being a dead end, it would.
No, it don't taste bad, but it's
Just how much pressure.
certain times of the day, usually morning or evening, not always, but You can tell the difference in it.
You don't have a blow off at your house or nothing, do you? Or you know if it's one up there, a blow off from the blow the end of the line out to clear the line?
Yeah, I think it went up there.
Oh, okay. The city's wired up, if there's a blow off up there, or the water.
It's right up there in the driveway where they put that.
I'll get Keith to check on that, Gary.
But I don't know why. You know, we're running out of water space there, so of course, as far as fire protection and anything, you can't put a fire hydrant on something like this.
You don't think it's a leak up through there nowhere, do you? You ain't seen no sign of a leak or anything up throughout your water?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Your water bill would reflect that.
I'll have to.
Unless it's on the main line.
No, unless it's the backside of your meter, it won't.
Yeah, it's on the main line.
It's got to be from the backside of your house where that's gonna show up. On this side, it won't.
Well, we had a leak across in the front of the house. I don't really know what, but our bill was,
It's got to be on the backside of the meter for it to show a leak on you. No way, any buts about that. Has to be. It cannot be on the front side. That's the water company. Anything on the backside of that meter that goes to the house, then that's where the leak's going. Anybody else got anything?
I have a question about the park. How much feedback do you get from citizens? We have less than 800 registered voters, and I left a message for you back in June after the meeting, but I knew you were out of
Tried to call them twice on a cell phone and a home phone.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you leave me a message?
No, ma'am, I'm not a big fan of that, but I did call him.
Well, I'm sorry I missed your call.
That's okay.
But how is it, could we work out something where we could reach an alderman? Other than to give feedback or?
We'll come to the meetings, call the office, leave a message over there, and they'll get the message.
I give the messages.
You talking about the park out here? Or the
Yeah,
park
like
out there?
we're doing a pavilion. Does everybody?
I've been out there,
does
to
the
tell you the
majority?
truth. Have you been out there lately?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've been out there bush hogging, cleaning it up, in my own time, my own tractor, my own bush hog, cleaned it up. It can be cleaned up and still, be used.
Well, that's you going above and under.
No, I don't mind doing it. That's fine. I don't,
Well, is that the pavilion we're gonna use out there, or are we gonna build a new pavilion?
build a new one.
Okay.
We're going to try to take that one down and salvage what we can out of that one.
I don't know, I just wondered how much feedback we get besides just the people in our inner circle.
On there, nobody. Do you?
Well, it's probably because they reach you.
I'm easy to get hold of, Ms. Rector.
I've talked to a few people about it, but most people don't even care.
What's the idea for the baseball field?
Nothing's low out there, and I'll take full responsibility of that. I was told, when that was done, we had a drought for 4 or 5 years, and they stayed dry back there and built that, and that's low ground, and we built this levee, and I'll take full responsibility of that. Talked to Sir, we thought it'd keep the water out, and Gary even talked to us about it, and we should have put a tile in probably when we built the levee. That's always been a problem back there, to my understanding, that people's lived there all of our life. It's always been a problem, but it dried up pretty quick. Built the levee hoping to hold the water out, it reversed, held the water in. So it stayed flooded as dry as a powder keg out there now, but I'm sure if it comes some heavy rain in the winter, but I was out there trying to bush hog and clean up them old dead trees, just trying to get things cleaned up out there to make it look a little better, but.
So what does it ruin at the park when the water backs up?
What does it do?
Does the water back up all the way?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All of it, so it's like a lake?
Over there.
Okay.
Sure it is.
You can look at the fence on the softball park. There's a rust line.
That you can tell how high it's been. When Stan's mom and dad lived in the house, they would not allow them to dump stuff in that area for whatever reason. I don't remember.
We got a T-Deck permit back in.
They never reevaluated it.
We got a T-Deck permit for dump.
They probably just reevaluated and changed something.
We had to leave so much, there's a place right back over here, had to leave an area, it's a pretty good sized hole for the frogs.
Tree frogs.
Tree frogs.
Okay.
Barking tree frogs, yeah.
I've never seen one of those.
And to be honest, like I say, it wasn't done right, and that's where we're at. So that's why this was filled in, trying to build this up and then get this leveled out more where the water won't bother this right behind the fire hall here. And,
Well, have we ever had a ball team? I mean, with that thing at Kimball, I mean, I think that would be one of the last
You got
things.
two major complexes. Well, you got more than that, but here on the south end, you got two major complexes. Jasper has 5 fields, Kimball has 5 fields. So that's where they're gonna go to.
Exactly.
You know, these little fields need in South Pittsburgh, they just practice on those fields.
Right.
This little field here would be good for practice or something like that, if somebody's gonna bring their kids out, but it's too low, it floods out there, so.
Most little kids want to be where all the other little kids are.
Anybody else have anything?
Mayor, do we need the city's permission to put political signs out here?
They've always done it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to those signs. I was gone on vacation.
Yes.
When it happened, you called and Billy called. I have no clue. I've heard 2 or 3 stories, but I don't know what happened to them. They were left out there to lay down flat.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. But now everybody's put them there since I've been over here. That's where they've always put them out there. There's a boundary. There's a boundary.
100 yards.
Yeah, whatever you got, not 100 yards. Don't think
100
feet. You have to keep them, especially during election day. They'll move them for you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Someone took the signs around here.
Yeah.
anybody else have anything? Do I hear a motion with adjourn?
Make a motion with your.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
You all right?
For a minute or two, the way you was coughing, I thought you was about to work up a lung. Yeah, that sounds like emphysema, bronchitis, or asthma.
I'm not sure. I was doing pretty good for the last 2 or 3 weeks on the gun hay filter. That kind of irritated it a whole lot.
Oh, every time I get outside, since I started having those fires and everything, every time I get outside, I have trouble. I've been using my inhalers more, and I have allergy-triggered asthma. And I just can't do a whole lot in the yard because of that, because every time I get out.
I'm sure I've got allergies too. I don't know which one, all of them, I guess.
Well, the things that I'm allergic to are the strangest things in the world. I'm allergic to oak leaf smoke, not oak leaf wood. Smoke the leaves. I'm allergic to pseudoephedrine, and I'm allergic to Bradford pear pollen.
No, really?
Yes. No
There's a lot of that
just
around
that.
here too.
Oh yeah, March is a horrible time. March is horrible for me. And then I'm allergic to like toluene and different vapors and formaldehyde and stuff like that, like you have in a house fire. So